welcome to the Stretch2Go Podcast. I'm your host, and today I'll have my friend Steve Herold. He's here in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm at Steve's place where he has body aligned stretch therapy and the BeFit lifestyle. And I want to just have him come in on the podcast, kind of share his story, how I've been doing with a lot of these practitioners. So yeah, Steve, welcome to the Stretch2Go Podcast. So please, as I always ask people, share us your backstory of how you got into health and fitness, your scope of work, basically. How did you get into it?
I went through my undergrad and graduate programs for exercise science, exercise physiology. So I've always kind of been in this realm. This wasn't what I was expecting to do, but it kind of evolved. Seeing, basically getting more experience. So I'm back in Baltimore after 7 years in Louisiana. And when I was in Louisiana, I started working at a rehab facility. It was a personal training rehab facility. They use a lot of movement. So their primary goal is to help reestablish movement patterns. When they're faulty, FST fell right in line with what I was doing with personal training, and it gave me a little extra that I do for clients that are having issues that strength alone isn't quite taken care of. So it gives me a little bit more. It gives me a different avenue to help treat clients. Started doing the training and then was introduced to FST. Kind of just, there was no specific person necessarily that introduced it to me. It was just kind of learning about different things. It was just one of the things that caught my eye. And I ended up, I was able to basically have one paid for good classes, which is always nice. So I got into it.
What year was this?
This was 2021.
Oh.
And I did the express route for the levels. So I did all 3 levels in about 8 months, which at the time was back in March. And so I've had pretty much all the complete training. And then I got, after so many years in Louisiana, wife and I were able to move back to Baltimore, where we're from, and I had to start fresh in essentially a new town. And just trying to raise more awareness of what we did.
So typically, your demographic population that you're working in, like lineup, who are they? What do they do typically?
Mainly the general population, people that are into fitness, but not necessarily athletes, so to say, or maybe they were something. It's more of your everyday.
And I forgot to mention, you do work at a different location too.
Yeah.
And he's also FST certified, correct?
Yeah, I work at the Baltimore Sports Clinic doing FST. Dr. Mark Cesare, he's also a level 3 sports specific certified stretch practitioner, so he's a winner of FST and does it with some of his patients. So I also spend time out there.
How do you?
I was just reaching out. When I came back in, I didn't know anyone besides a couple of people, so I tried to reach out to different practitioners. He was one of them, so I contacted him, got back to me, I went in, and then kind of ended up landing a job outside of what I'm doing here.
Awesome. So for your business, what you did back in Louisiana to here, what do you envision in the next 5-10 years? What do you hope to do with body alignment stretch?
I want to grow it to a point where I would love to be able to sublease, have somebody under me, but that's not the main goal. Right now, really long-term, short-term goals are just to get a foothold in the area. Trying to meet and contact with as many people as I can to grow it. So right now, since I'm fairly new to the area, it's more about just grow it. First, I'm not thinking too far ahead. But I am right now just trying to build it.
And then to piggyback on that, since you started FST, How has, where do you see FST growing?
I think it's already started. It's athletic population for sure. You're starting to see it more. I think the creations of the stretch labs and stretch zones, whatever people's opinions are on those, I've never known. But what they've done really well for us is raise awareness to practice. And most FST practitioners are solo practitioners by themselves, or maybe have a couple people where the stretch zones have a lot more people working. So it's giving more awareness to us and getting people introduced to it.
And then, I guess in the past, what's been the most effective strategies for growing your business when you first started, especially when back in business? Like, what sales strategy best for you?
Me, it was just same thing. It's numbers. So the more people you can show this to, the more people that will potentially become clients. A lot of my marketing in Louisiana was just word of mouth referrals. I got that much marketing. Now it's a little different story, starting fresh. Right now it's just kind of putting myself out there and getting into that kind of that uncomfortable spot of meeting new people as often as you can and just getting comfortable with doing that. That's all how I do it, or how I'm still currently
I mean, it's good that you're from there. You grew up there.
Yeah, but being gone for so long, it's basically no one knows yet. No one knows who I am entirely. So it's getting out there.
Right up there. I think we're both doing the same plane of just doing a lot of demo stretches, repeating bits.
That's the way to do it. The more give a little for free, a little free here, a little free here, and then eventually it should start to generate leads and refer family friends, because that's the best avenue of marketing is word of mouth in this field, whether it's training or FST or something.
So when you heard about Stretch2Go, I know you took a lot of courses. Did you have any hesitancy of enrolling to the Stretch2Go course?
No. There's no. I wasn't hesitant to do it. Once I had my mindset of something, I'm going to do it. And I figured everybody that was going to class, especially along the one, obviously are brand new to it as well. So it's a brand new experience for everybody. So it's not like I'm missing something that someone else had that prepared me for this. No hesitations. And honestly, as soon as I was done level one, I was like, I was skipping through for level 3. So no hesitation.
I guess the Stretch2Go course, what are some success stories or wins that you've had ever since you've started implementing FST with your clients?
A lot of it came with applying the techniques with my strength training. So a lot of them, that was kind of why I got into the game, was to get kind of in the two. And I think the most success I've had client-wise are the ones where I can do a stretch and strength combination of stuff. Everyone I've worked with had varying degrees of success for the most part. I can't control everything, but yeah, the most successful came with some of the hybrids. Honestly, I'm just your everyday guy. I'm not, you don't see me. I'm not out there, these crazy success stories. I think they can be a bit over exaggerated. I just consider myself a guy.
As far as I guess my other question I had is when you have to explain to people what fascia is, how do you explain to people? Do you give people an analogy?
I call it essentially the story. So I keep it simple. I don't go into surrounds nerves and this and everything. Your body's all up. Your muscles, it's like taking a piece of meat and wrapping it in ceramic. And the tighter it becomes around that meat, the more rigid that muscle And as you work it and you start to loosen up that cerebral muscle, that's part of it. That's kind of just how I explain it.
It doesn't play back with fascia. Contract also.
Yeah, it needs space. It needs to be able to glide. It needs to be able to move. And because muscles contract and relax. Tight muscles, for the most part, are tight fascia tissue. And when the fascia tissue is too tight, it doesn't let the muscular system contract the way it's supposed to produce movement. And there's your tight muscles.
Yeah. So with typical, clients that you have educate on fascia, do you also have to, educate them about the stability part and the strength?
Also, because we're, complex, we were talking about it earlier, dominant creatures side to side, so we have a tendency to put the brunt of our body weight on one side, and it causes compression issues, tension issues. And it's all balanced with strength, tension, where because you're so dominant standing on the right side, you do right side. When it comes to the strengthening component, it's how can you do things, even in your day-to-day life, put more of basically your life load on something that's weaker, kind of how can you develop it. And then the more you can balance those things, that's one thing that satisfies everyone. Every person that comes in this is a result of length tension. So the more that you can get comfortable with things that you're not feeling as strong with, the better balance your body will be.
Something that I'm learning myself too, so definitely it's something I know for sure. It's like you stretch it out, but we also need to do strengthen it.
Stabilize, cement it in.
My hope is that I don't see them forever, but hopefully they have a tool set to.
That's usually the goal. Just most people don't. So it's the ones that do are the ones some don't. Not delightful people. It's harder because your body and nervous system learn through repetition. So the less time they spend in repetitions with clean, the less they're going to get developed, the less they're going to progress. So if you're teaching people what they need, giving them the tools to do it, the more they can do it, the better. They had a client give an analogy. We're sort of like the dental hygienists. You come to see us because you're going to get the best cleaning, but you still need to brush your floss. So you still need to take care of yourself, and you're going to get. Don't take care of yourself, you're terrible jobs. That's how I try to teach it. It's like, and the more repetition that they're doing on their own, what they need, their nervous system starts to recognize that angle, lets it open up functionality. Again, we were talking about earlier. The functionality is what's important. So it's as long as that the limb may not be able to go in a certain direction very well, but the more you teach it, the more likely it'll get into that position, cause less issues, recognize that position. Usually, pain comes with your forcing movement in something that's not there. As long as you use it, as long as it learns.
And as far as people, I guess, learning more about what you're doing, how to reach or book a session, how can you find you? How can
you can find me at bodyalignstretchtherapy.com. There is a scheduling platform on there for results, and I have an Instagram page, same thing, Body Aligned Stretch Therapy. And usually those are two good places to get my contact info if you're interested in the session.
And first, you mentioned to the location you're working, the address.
So for here, it's 1 North Haven Street. So I'm operating inside a room at Beacon Lifestyle. And then the Baltimore Sports Clinic is somewhere in Bologna. It's like something Bologna.
Thanks, Steve, for helping out.
Appreciate it.
And for those of you who are wanting to learn how to become a practitioner, Stretch2Go.com for more, how to find a practitioner near you, or enroll in a course. Person in Frederick this for 30 years plus. To me, it's been one of the best ROI investment into my career and into learning. go ahead and follow that. Of course, last year, follow us. You can apply this into your practice and learn more about fascia and of course the stretch therapies. Thank you.
Thank you.